Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. And of course, that's dependent where you are in the world and the time you're watching the video. My name is Dr. Eric Vaughn Blacknall III, and I'd like to do a follow-up to a discussion I had on a previous posted video. In this follow-up, I'm going to be discussing first-generation professionals. You see a lot of literature that talks about what it's like to be a first-generation college student, all the different adjustments that need to be made on college campuses, the kinds of growth and development that's required to be successful in a college environment. And despite the low numbers of first-generation students that graduate, when we do, what happens next? Guess what? We become first-generation professionals. And that's an interesting thing to have that kind of experience where we had to struggle through getting through an undergraduate experience where we were competing against the majority of students of which come from second, third generation college students with more wealth, more what we call cultural capital, meaning an understanding of how to be successful in a college environment. That we have to adjust to being away from the people who have supported us all of our lives, many times coming out of an environment that was alike, meaning all of us were similar in more ways than not, then going into a cultural environment that's different, that's broader, that's more challenging in terms of the way that we develop ideas. Now we've gone through that situation and we've done it. We've gotten our college degree. Our universities and colleges told us how special we are. Our families came for our graduation and had the opportunity to feel that sense of pride as they watch us go across the stage, as they see our diplomas come in the mail, etc., etc. Now that's over. We got a college degree, we proved that we were able to be successful outside of our environment. Now the next step comes, we've got to go to work. Now, one of the things that's interesting about first generation professionals is we have an expectation, I think. We have an expectation that the expertise is what affords us the opportunity to get the jobs, not the relationships that we develop. So that old mantra or saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know, becomes a detriment for first generation professionals if we didn't join the right fraternities and have the fraternal relationships that help us access job opportunities. If we don't have professionals in our community who remember us before we left, who can open doors for us, then we have to hustle to get a job the best way we know how, through websites, through career centers, through job services. And then what happens when we get the job and it doesn't pay the kind of money that we had anticipated, that we had dreamed, or that we borrowed money to take? So what I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure that my first generation professionals know that you will always be the first. And always being the first, here are things that you can do to be comfortable with that. First, make sure you've got the right kind of mentor. And what I mean by that is someone who is not only going to be honest with you about what it takes to be successful in a professional environment, meaning the right clothes, that's part of it, image, the right discourse, making sure you're discussing the right things, how to eat and be at a table or dining area, how to eat properly, if that makes any sense. How to be certain that when you go into that environment that you know that you bring a skill set, that you bring insights that will be valued by those you are working with. So that also requires bringing in a level of confidence. Okay? I say that to you because the most critical aspect of being a great first generation professional is that you are unafraid to be good, that you are unafraid to be the best, that you're unafraid to challenge yourself to be better. Sound familiar, doesn't it? When you were the first one in your family to go to college, you weren't afraid to be the best. That's going to be the key. But I'd like to build some more discussions around that, and hopefully someone will share this information so that we can begin to see some literature on first generation professionals and how difficult it is for them, for us, to overcome the obstacles we thought we left behind when we were first generation college students. Look forward to sharing some more information with you soon. One love.